Hi, everyone, and welcome to our game of the week. Finally, it's here. The focus of the college football world right here on this field today, and we can't wait. This is not just a regular matchup. A battle of top 10 teams, two teams colliding early in the season. One team can make a strong statement about the season ahead, as we'll see the #1 team in the country, the UCF Knights, taking on the third-ranked team, the Baylor Bears. From EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get to the action on the field. The Knights kick this away to start us off. Fielded in the end zone. It's Wilson. That's strong coverage, though. They tackle him at the 11-yard line. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Punt quickly. And he heads out of bounds after gaining a few yards.
Well, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
A completion sets up a second down play. They're going to run it here. The Bears pick up enough yards to move the sticks.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
First down and 10. From the shotgun, drops back. He makes the grab. That's good for a first down near the 40. They bring him down, but the sophomore quarterback shows what a cannon he has. The Bears begin a new series here, 1st and 10.
The defense spreads all over the field playing zone, trying to make this quarterback make a mistake by throwing it into coverage. But he finds his soft spot on the curl and picks up a first down.
Here's the second down play. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. That's reeled in. It's Wilson. Stop right near midfield. It'll be a first down.
Now the receiver does all the work here. Man, that is easy living for this quarterback. Really good footwork by the receiver. Gets the separation. And at that point, it's just pitch and catch for the quarterback.
And he's going to rifle this one deep to the left side. Deep shot caught inside the 25. Potentially a touchdown-saving tackle, but not before a long completion.
I would argue he's one of the more talented quarterbacks that we've seen the entire year covering college football. He can throw the deep ball. He can throw that touch pass and that intermediate throw. He can also show you he can make plays by buying time with his legs. Guy is the total package, and he's making his defense pay right now.
He stopped just short of that first down marker, inches away from it.
Boy, positive yards there on 1st and 10. Good job up front by that offensive line. Good hard running by this running back. And now you got a lot of options. That playbook can really open up on 2nd and inches.
Back in motion now. Here's the handoff. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4. Well, they don't block the defensive end, who shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Baylor. Now they line up to kick the extra point. PAT makes it 7-0. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. Fields it just outside the goal line. And he's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start.
And the UCF offense will take over. First and 10.
It's early, but this crowd is fired up. Listen to this noise here. This is going to be tough for the visitors today. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down. The Knights come to the line in a hurry-up. Running game is working. They'll stick with it on first down. He's found some room at the 45. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw it on first down. Under pressure, just lets it go. And it's incomplete. Even on a first down throw, he was under some heavy pressure. Second down play coming up. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. That's a nice tackle there by the senior. We're backed up here trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Dropping back, they're going to throw for the first down. That's the running back who makes the catch across the middle. They bring him down, but not before he gains first down yardage. A new set of downs after that completion. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
Second down after that run on the previous play. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Defense wraps him up after the catch, but he's just short of a first down. Okay, it's 3rd down after that run. And they pick up the first on the ground. The Knights are moving quickly down the field.
Well, that's a good, hard, tough running there to get that first down to keep this drive alive. Early in this game, the offense really asserted themselves. They're not thinking about a field goal. They're trying to put this ball in the end zone.
On first down, they'll keep their running game churning. Can he reach the end zone? And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, UCF.
Chris, he broke free from the line of scrimmage. I thought he might have a 10 or 15-yard gain, but he shows you the speed that he has to take it all the way to the house.
See if they can convert the point after. And it's good.
The extra point is good. That ties the game.
Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. Bringing it out, it's Wilson. Tackled at the 13, not great field position to start the drive.
And your favorite Bears will take over. First and 10.
So here comes the Baylor offense onto the field. The last possession, they really had the passing game clicking, move right down the field for a touchdown. And he lofts it deep over the middle. Oh, and it's dropped. A chance for a big play here in the early going, but some jitters on the part of that receiver.
Oh, my gosh, Chris, just what they wanted. You got a chance to make a huge play. Everybody does their job. Great route. Quarterback puts it right on the money, and he just drops it.
And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. They'll tackle him at the 17-yard line. Crucial third down play coming up after that run. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. It's caught. Tackle made on the play at the 29-yard line.
You know, on third down, the key to me is the offensive line, the pass protection, because you know that you're going to throw and the defense knows that you're going to throw. It's a matter of can you protect your quarterback and give him the time, and then can the receivers win on the outside? They're able to do that, move those sticks. It's a first down.
So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. A quick throw out left, complete. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down.
Chris, man, I have no idea how you let that guy get that open. You know for a fact, all week long, in fact, they brought it up in our meetings yesterday, that they've got to stop this receiver, and then you lose track of him, and they're lucky that didn't go as a touchdown.
He'll hand it off. Picks up 2, so it's 2nd and 8.
With the defense coordinator this week, all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. There's the handoff. Tackle made at the 26-yard line. This offense getting closer to the red zone.
Every now and then we see a really good run. We tend to focus on what other people did in order for that run to happen, what the offensive line did. Maybe the receivers are blocking good on the edge. Sometimes the running back is pretty good too. And on that play, he picked up a lot of yards and made that happen with good effort.
They'll hand it off. The gain is 2 yards, so it's 2nd and 8.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Man, you got to love this if you're defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
Now it's 3rd and short from the 24. One of those line of scrimmage battles that could help decide this game. Tight end makes the grab. Not easy to bring down. The cornerback finally gets the job done. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. Needs a completion here on 4th down. Looking to scramble. They make the tackle, but that scramble earns him enough yards for the first down.
Boy, this guy can do it all. We know what he can do with his arm, but when things aren't there, does a good job of pulling it down, knowing where the first down marker is, picking up the first down.
And here's the handoff. Oh, and he fumbles. The defense recovers the fumble.
That is tough for the ball carrier here because not only does he take a big hit, but now you're about to get an earful from your coach on the sideline after that turnover.
Here comes a handoff. It's good for a 3-yard gain, so 2nd and 7.
Hat on a hat up front. Good job of opening up the holes. Anytime you can get positive yards on first down, that's a win.
And this crowd coming to life here trying to help the defense get a stop with the offense pinned back. An inside give now from the shotgun. That run moves the ball to the 13-yard line.
Chris, it's the consistency of his back is giving this defense fits. They've got to come up with some changes up front. This guy's already over 50 yards, and if he keeps running the way he is, not only is he having a great day, it's going to give this quarterback a chance to hit some big plays downfield off play action.
Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. They go backwards on that third down completion. Sets up a fourth down.
Yeah, I really like the idea on third down. I can kind of see the thought process there. Make an unconventional call on third down. Sometimes that can work out. But the defense was just prepped and ready for it this time.
And he's throwing for it on fourth down. And he can't connect. A costly turnover on downs.
Chris, I like the call here going for it on fourth down, but the receiver has got to do a better job of knowing exactly where that first down marker is and run that route a yard or two beyond the sticks to be able to give yourself a chance to pick up the first down. Instead, the defense comes up with a stop, and they get the ball back.
And he's shoved out of bounds with the defense short of the first down marker.
Boy, Chris, I thought when he took off on his scramble, I thought he had a chance to maybe get it to the end zone. But the defense does a nice job. Yeah, they gave up a couple yards, but they kept him out of the end zone.
We'll take a quick pause before the half as we reach the 2-minute warning. So just 1 for 3 on red zone trips so far. They come up on second and goal. They'll try to power it in right up the middle. And he'll make it in for the score. Touchdown, Bears. Here's the point after attempt. PAT makes it a 7-point lead. Getting set to kick the ball off now. Trying to make a play from deep in his end zone. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. Okay, so the UCF offense is back out on the field. If they want to cut into this lead before halftime, they have to work quickly now. First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. Looking for his big tight end. Here's a wide-open receiver, complete. Tackle made after a big gain. The Knights hustle to the line to run the hurry-up. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. We'll take a deep shot. Incomplete. They cannot connect on the deep ball.
Chris, you see what happens when you try to squeeze it into double coverage. An incompletion is probably the best result you could have hoped for, because an interception is the most likely outcome when you're throwing the ball into the crowd.
Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. They can't stop him. Brought down, but not before shaking off the first defender and picking up the first down. The Knights come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. And looking to throw now on first down. Defense is coming after him. And he's brought down. Offense going backwards with the sack. They'll crank up the tempo here with the clock ticking down. Second down. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. And he's going to stretch the defense, taking a deep shot here. All the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Knights.
Perfect timing here by this quarterback. Great read, puts the ball where his man can make a play on it, and they're an extra point away from tying this game up.
PAT is good. They slammed into the kicker, and penalty markers are down. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. He'll take the return and try to get some better field position. And the returner brought down by the coverage team there.
Oh, man. In situations like that, just take a fair catch or a touchback. Now you've hurt your offense by giving them poor field position.
starts in the shadow of their own end zone. And the running back takes the handoff. The gain is 3 yards, so 2nd and 7.
Chris, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. That's exactly what we saw right there.
So let's see what they like here on 3rd and short from inside their own 20. Important to pick up this first down. Finding some room with the 25. That'll pick up first down yardage very near the 40. So the offense calls a timeout here. That's their first of the half.
Boy, there's nothing more demoralizing for a defense than to give up a first down on a big run like that on 3rd down. You've got them where you want them, probably thinking that they're going to throw the ball. Instead, they run it and gash you for a huge gain on the ground.
Takes the ball and heads to the left side. Football knocked loose in the backfield. Defense falls on the ball. Crucial takeaway.
Man, Chris, we could hear the contact from that hit all the way up here in the booth. So, hey, it's easy to blame the ball carrier, but I don't know if anybody could have been able to hold on to the ball after that hit.
Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in 3rd down. What's an offense doing on 3rd down? But I think what's also important is how well do you defend 1st down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that 1st down.
Looking for his big tight end. This one is broken up and falls incomplete.
Well, Chris, the offense takes a shot downfield, and this defender does a great job making a play on the ball. Not only that, he tips that ball up into the air. Good chance for the defense to come up with an interception there.
So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. He's not going to get the first down. It's 4th down now. The defense will spend their 2nd timeout here to make some adjustments. So on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit trying to add 3 points here before halftime. And the kick is good. Offense settles for 3 on the drive. And that puts them back on top. So here's the kickoff now. Offense settling for 3, tacking on a little bit of momentum before the halftime break. And here's the return from inside the 5. Returner steps out of bounds at the 17. Time running down, just 1 play left here in the half. Hand off to the single back. And they get him down in what will be the final play of this first half. Minutes going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. The Bears will kick it off to begin the second half. Return begins inside the 10. Stopped at the 22. That's pretty solid coverage there. And the UCF offense back out on the field now. First play of the 3rd quarter is a handoff.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. but here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
And they've got him, but there's also a flag on the play. Costly hold nullifies the play, backs him up 10 yards. And wow, listen to this crowd noise. This stadium is vibrating. That's why this is such a tough place for visitors to play. The pocket breaking down. Sacked. It's a loss. Back to the 6.
Well, I'll say this. This defense went in at halftime, made some adjustments, and they look like a different group here in these first few plays.
So a tricky situation here. 3rd and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know this defense could be very... And he floats this pass deep down the right side. It is intercepted. Gets past the tackler into open space now. That's a potential game changer, the pick and the big return.
Well, your best player's got to make big plays in these kind of moments, and that's what happened right here with this defensive back. The offense in a tie game in the red zone, looking at points, and instead, the defense with the interception. In a tie game, their offense now has the ball.
Here comes the Baylor offense back out onto the field. They go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. And the defense able to hold him there to a short gain.
Brings up 2nd down. Ready up.
2nd down after that run on the previous play.
In blue.
They'll run it to the left. They stop him, but it's a 1st down.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
And he's brought down, but there is a flag on the field. Let's check out this call. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. And the Bears will line up now. It's 1st and goal. From the gun, he looks for an open man. He's got it right near the end zone. Touchdown, Baylor. They will claim the 2nd half lead. Well, they began with great field position, and that didn't take long at all, Kurt.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an opportunity. Your defense sets you up in great field position. You're not looking for a field goal. You're looking for a touchdown. Give the credit to this offense for being aggressive and punching it in.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He's got an opening. Watch out. He's got great speed. And he finally steps out, but not before an excellent return to set up the offense. And here comes the UCF offense back out on the field. We'll see if this quarterback can shake off the interception he threw in the last possession. Single back takes the handoff.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game, held him just to 2 yards. This, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
Timeout is called by the defense. That's their 1st of the half.
Timeout, Baylor.
What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? And he drops back in the gun. Catch hauled in here over the middle. They wrap it up after the completion just short of the first down marker.
Chris, it's so easy to get excited about the receivers on the outside and their ability to make big plays, but the slot receivers are just as exciting, especially with their finesse, quickness, and ability to make guys miss in the middle of that field.
An important third down attempt for this offense. Crosses the 30. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down. The Knights looking to run some tempo here. Looking to throw it from the red zone. Tries to get it to the running back. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived the same time as the football. And now it's second down.
Chris, I thought he had his hands on that football. I thought he was going to come down with it. But give the defense all the credit with a big hit to knock that ball loose.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. DB is looking to jam the receivers at the snap. Receiver in motion now. Fighting off the defender. And heads out of bounds after a decent gain.
Coaches told us in the pregame production meetings they love this back's mixture of speed and power. We know about the speed. He also showed the ability to break tackles on that one.
And they convert here on third down in the red zone. This is a 4-point type of play, touchdown or field goal. They need less than a yard for a first down. They'll go for it on fourth. The defense spends their second timeout to try to regroup. Less than a yard to go here on fourth down. The offense is going to go for it. And they stop him just short of the end zone. The offense set up with a first and goal now.
I can really appreciate this offensive coordinator not trying to just do something crazy. You're less than a foot away from the first down line. Just punch it in and pick up a first down. That's what they call here, and it works out perfectly.
Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Backed up to the 5-yard line now for second and goal. Change of pace now, looking to throw the football. Makes the catch. Can he get in? Receiver steps out just short of the goal line.
Love the timing here between the quarterback and his receiver. Pick up some positive yards, and I continue to be impressed with just the chemistry between these two.
And now the timeout is called by the defense. They've got some things to work out here. Let's see what they can do here. Third down and goal from the 1. Quarterback just sneaks it, and he will be stuffed for no gain.
It's now 4th and goal.
No hesitation from the head coach. They'll go for it on 4th and goal from the 1. And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, UCF. So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. The PAT puts them up 3. Kickoff team on the field getting set now.
24, 21.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Wilson. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. So here comes the Baylor offense onto the field. They reached the end zone the last time out, trying to do the same thing here. Now begin with a quick throw to the left. He's something, but he gets out across the 25-yard line.
Well, this wide receiver has it all. We know about his leaping ability and his speed. But what I've seen today is the precise route running. Another example of it there, and the timing with this quarterback and this receiver is just a thing of beauty.
Pressure is coming. A sack in the play could not escape the pass rush.
Nothing is more gratifying for a defense to be able to sit back and play zone and still get pressure on the quarterback with your defensive front.
So behind the 6, second and long from their 14. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. And he busts loose right down the middle. It's a foot race. And he takes it all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Kicking team on now for the extra point. Extra point makes the lead 4. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. Return starts from inside the 5. Gets it to the 25-yard line. That's where they'll start the drive.
And the UCF offense will take over. First and 10.
Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Quarterback escapes the pocket. They lost the receiver down there. He's got it for a big gain. They get him down, but a huge game by the offense to grab momentum heading into the final quarter.
With the score, Baylor 28, UCF 24.
Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. He's running out of time here. They've got him. It's a sack for the defense.
A really good job by this defense. The quarterback looked to be trying to work through his progressions to find his open receiver, but before he knew it, he's on his back.
The offense will try to recover now. It's 2nd and 12. From the shotgun, handoff inside. The sophomore with a strong tackle there. The Knights come to the line looking to crank up the tempo. And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. Freshman trying to take a shot, but put too much on the throw.
Oh, Chris, the quarterback and receiver just not quite on the same page there on that 3rd down and long. But at this point in the game, you got to consider going for this. They need a touchdown.
Here we are late in a one-score game, and they're going to go for it on 4th down. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. And it's incomplete. Drive will fizzle out here in the final minutes.
Oh, so close to executing here on the fourth down play in the fourth quarter. You're only down a possession. Now you got to rely on your defense to come up with a stop and get your offense back out on the field.
Here comes the Baylor offense back out onto the field. First down, looking to throw the football. Makes a spectacular diving catch. Here's a 1st and 10 play.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
Handoff as they try to work the clock here. And that's a solid gain before the defense able to bring him down.
Boy, is this guy fun to watch or what? Here we are in the fourth quarter, critical down and distances, and this guy just churning out yards the way he has most of this game, showing a lot of physicality and natural running instincts in space.
A gain makes it 2nd and medium. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Tackle made after just a short gain.
Chris, at least there's some positive yards there from this run game. It hasn't been pretty today. It's really, to me, kept them out of finding any kind of offensive rhythm. Now, they have the lead, but it's despite this offense not necessarily having their best day.
A crucial play in this game. It's 3rd down and 2. Quarterback making some changes at the line. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it here. It's a quick grab.
Well, the defense gets these guys to 3rd down. They got a chance to get them off the field, and instead they give up the 1st down. So the clock will continue to move, and the defense is really at the mercy of this offense at this point.
The Bears pick up 1st down yardage to keep the drive going. Ball handed off. And he's able to find some running room. Nice pickup.
Well, nothing like getting positive yards here, playing with the lead late in the game, and then staying in bounds to boot. It's exactly what you want to see as an offensive coordinator.
Now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. 2nd down after that run on the previous play. Handoff heading left. He picks up the 1st down, but gets drilled on the tackle.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
On 1st and 10, looking to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Baylor.
Well, that's why you practice right there, Chris. This offense had the pressure, the game on their back. They deliver, they get a touchdown, and now make this a 2-possession game with under 2 to go. Like their odds of closing this game out.
The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. He's tackled at the 10. Not good field position to start the drive. Okay, so the UCF offense is back out on the field. Remember last time, they were on 4th down and got stopped. The opponent went right down the field. See if they can recover from that here. Took contact on the throw. And the pass is intercepted. A takeaway for the defense. Brings the interception all the way back.